Good morning. We made it to Utah, and it is cold. It's below freezing right now, and we're getting ready to go backpacking today with our friends Garrett and Lindsay, who you remember from our rock climbing video in Joshua Tree. They introduced us to that, and we're going to introduce them to backpacking. It's always fun to have friends to camp with. Share campfires, play games, share meals. And we really like these two. These two are our kind of people. Teresa's eating a delicious breakfast. Delicious.
The only difference between this and a bear claw is that this is baked. This is a health food, pretty much.
There's fruit in there. That is our pie from, what's that town called? Julian, California. Before we go on any trip, I have to kind of do an inventory check, make sure we have everything we need, go buy supplies that we don't. Trekking poles, got it. Cool. I think that's a pretty good list. It's just overnight, so worst case, all I have to do is survive, and you can survive a 27-degree night even without a backpack. It's just going to be uncomfortable. My sleeping pad and pillow and blow-up bag. And this is my bug net bivvy. Keeps the bugs off me, and more importantly, it keeps my bag and my pad all on top of each other so they don't slide off each other during the night. This thing's cool. This is our ACR rescue beacon. If something happens to us and we don't have cell service, we pull it out, push a button, and search and rescue comes and gets us. We don't have to pay a monthly fee. It's a one-time purchase. It's waterproof. And after 10 years the battery dies, you send it in to them for like 20 bucks. They'll replace the battery and send it back. Really cool feature for water trips and hiking and when we're back in the middle of nowhere. These are really cool. These are odor-proof sacks that bears and squirrels and mice cannot smell your food inside of them, which is really nice. We are not in bear country, but we are in pack rat country. And there's nothing worse than seeing a mouse or squirrel chew through your $300 bag because they could smell the peanuts inside.
The sleeping bag's in the sleeping pad or in the stuff sack? Should I take them out?
I would. Okay. I will show you why. So even though that all fit nicely in there, once it goes in there, it kind of becomes a hard little rock. So just shove that in. Okay, so now it looks like your pack's totally full. It's not, but what's happening is it's going into every corner and taking the shape of your pack instead of leaving little pockets of usable space in there. So then everything else you put in your cookware, your pad will sink into that and kind of make a space for itself. Yep. This has quite a bit of pockets, but packs are getting more and more away from tons of pockets, and they're just kind of cylindrical tubes. And you have to pack them with how you're going to use it in mind. And if you've never done it, that's hard to know because you don't know what you're going to use the most. But typically, things like snacks and stuff, I'll put outside so I don't have to open my pack and dig in to get to them. And things like water filters and stuff that I may need within the first 3 hours. Stuff like my tent and my sleeping bag, I'm not going to do till the end of the night, and I'm going to take my whole pack apart then anyway. So those go on the bottom. So maybe like my puffy jacket or my rain jacket if it gets cold, those will be the last things I pack, so that if I have to get to them, it's real quick and they're right at the top. So that's something to think about. Also make sure you got your headlamp somewhere close because you will be using that and it's always dark when you're looking for it. And usually it's good to have your first aid kit nearby too in case you need that so you're not frantically looking for it when you need immediate attention. So on the side of every pack, especially nowadays, are these stretchy mesh pockets for your water bottle, and you'll just slip it in there. We use camelbacks all the time when we mountain bike, but we don't use them when we backpack because they're heavy. And we're really all about getting as lightweight as possible because when your pack weighs 7 pounds for an overnighter, you just glide like a bird instead of haul a whole bunch of weight like an ox or a mule. So that's kind of our goal, is to shed unnecessary weight. Very good. Cut off toothbrush.
I did not get toilet paper for you, so that's...
Good to know now. So for toilet paper, some people are able to use rocks, pine cones that are non-sappy. Snow, they make little cones out of snow. I have not mastered using weeds and brush and natural things for toilet paper. I'd like to master that, but I haven't yet. So I always bring toilet paper, but I also bring a doggy bag to carry it out with me, or at the very least burn in the fire that night so we don't leave any of it behind. We never bury toilet paper, especially in the desert, because it will come back out and be washed out with rains or animals digging around in it. And even though it's technically biodegradable, it takes a very, very long time to break down into the soil. So that may sound gross to you, but it's just the fact of how backpacking is. Just get used to it, because we go backpacking to enjoy these beautiful places, and there's nothing worse than coming around a corner and seeing someone's toilet paper sitting there that the last rain washed up. That is awful. Fender's funny. He keeps freaking out because he thinks we're not going to take him, but when we put his pack on, it's our way of saying, don't worry, you're coming.
Look at his tail.
Probably the part that I struggle with the most is preparing my food, so I'm going to show you what I'm bringing. Dinner tonight. This is half mashed potatoes, half chicken and rice. Chicken and rice, Mountain House chicken and rice. It'd be awful if you just ate it as a normal dinner when you're not hiking, but when you're hiking it tastes good. And the mashed potatoes are Idahoan, just add water, 4 cheese blend. And I'll probably put some crushed nuts in there just for a little extra protein, little extra crunch. Then I have a hot chocolate and a biscotti for dessert. That's dinner. Goes in my bag. Here are my hiking snacks. Chocolate animal crackers, jerky, wasabi peas and pretzels, some True Lime water flavor. This stuff's awesome. True Lime, if you're into like natural stuff and not drinking aspartame and stuff, definitely check out True Lime's line of products. And 3 cheese sticks. I'm feeling kind of light on snacks, so I'm going to add some trail mix to my list. Ooh, and I forgot my strawberry flavored cranberries. Those are my favorite. Got plenty of snacks. So I will actually not put these in my thing. I'll put them on the outside of my pack so I can access them when I'm hungry. And then for breakfast tomorrow, 2 peaches and cream, hot chocolate, and nuts to mix in with that. And that should be plenty to get me back to the car, and then we'll be starving and head back to the Airstream and eat a good meal. I think we're finally packed up and ready to go. Got our packs and our pack animals. Do you want to go hiking? Yeah, you want to too. You just don't know why.